The boardroom on the 34th floor gleamed like a palace, not an office. Polished marble. Floors reflected the sunlight, streaming through floor-to-ceiling windows. And in the corner, a newly installed Bosendorfer grand piano gleamed like black glass. Adrian Montes, the CEO, strode along the edge of the long conference table. His suit impeccable, his smile arrogant, the kind that demanded attention even when uninvited. He was known for his brilliance in business, but also for his cruel sense of humor that humiliated employees for sport. "This piano isn't just a decoration," he announced, his voice dripping with smugness. "It's a challenge. They say only the truly sensitive can play Chopin. If anyone here can do it, play a piece flawlessly, I will marry that person." Nervous chuckles echoed through the room. Executives exchanged awkward glances, some trying to suppress laughter, others staring at their shoes. They all knew it was a joke, a condescending one meant to entertain himself at someone else's expense. In the far corner, nearly invisible, stood Don Esteban, the janitor. Silver-haired, slightly hunched, his hands rough from decades of manual labor, yet his eyes carried a calm intensity that made him seem larger than his frame. He had been cleaning quietly, carefully, almost reverently, as if the room itself deserved respect. Yet something about the CEO's words pierced him deeply. Without hesitation, without showiness, he asked in a calm, steady voice, "Are you serious, sir?" The laughter stopped. Heads turned. Even the CEO, confident and unshakable, blinked in surprise. "Do you want to try?" he asked, almost amused, pointing at the piano. "You go ahead, surprise me." The room fell silent. Everyone assumed the janitor would decline or fail. But Don Esteban slowly put down his mop, adjusted his sleeves, and walked toward the piano with the quiet certainty of someone returning home. Every step echoed softly in the hushed room, anticipation building like a held breath. Don Esteban approached the grand piano with a calm that seemed otherworldly. He sat down, his posture perfectly straight, and rested his hands lightly on the keys. No one moved, as if a sudden sacredness had enveloped the room. Some executives instinctively reached for their phones, assuming a humorous spectacle, but they stopped, captivated by the serenity in his movements. Then, without warning, he pressed the first note. A soft, delicate tone, fragile yet commanding, filled the air, the opening of Chopin's Nocturne, Op. 9 No. 2. The effect was immediate. The boardroom, usually a place of tension and ego, seemed to transform into a cathedral. Light from the windows caught the sheen of the piano, glinting off polished surfaces, creating a golden aura around him. Each note was deliberate, flowing with a haunting beauty that seemed to draw every emotion from the walls. Executives accustomed to power and control felt tears prick their eyes. The CEO's usual confidence faltered. He had no prepared words, no retort, no escape. The room's usual chatter, laughter, and small talk had evaporated, replaced by a profound silence. As the last note lingered and faded into the quiet, Don Esteban lowered his hands. He closed the piano lid gently as if tucking away a secret memory. He opened his eyes, glancing at the CEO. His voice, soft but carrying a weight no one could ignore, said, "My late wife loved this piece. It was the last thing I played for her before she passed." A hush fell over the room. Tears glistened on some faces. The CEO stared, momentarily stripped of all pretense. Don Esteban hadn't played to show off. He had played to remember, to honor, and to reveal a depth no one had seen coming. The CEO, still frozen in disbelief, struggled to regain his composure. He cleared his throat and tried to speak, but his words sounded small, awkward, almost foolish in the presence of such unspoken dignity. "Well, I was only joking. I didn't expect you to be able to do this." How?" The question carried a subtle insult, you, as if it were impossible for someone like a janitor to possess such talent. But Don Esteban's gaze was steady, unwavering. He leaned slightly forward, his voice calm, resonant with quiet authority. "Music does not care about ranks, sir. People do. That is why so many fail to see the value of others until it is too late." The statement hit the room like lightning. Every executive, every assistant, even the CEO himself was silent. The CEO's usual bluster was gone. He could no longer hide behind arrogance or power. By the next day, a memo circulated through the company. Don Esteban Ruiz will join the corporate well-being and cultural program as a musical mentor. His talent and wisdom will be shared with all staff. The video of Don Esteban playing Chopin went viral internally and externally. Thousands shared it with captions about humility, hidden talent and the quiet dignity of overlooked people. And the phrase that became legendary in the company, the one everyone quoted and shared, was Don Esteban's own. Music does not distinguish ranks. People do. The CEO, once untouchable, had learned that respect is earned not by titles, but by the depth of one's soul.